The early 2000s, the time in which I kind of grew up, but I was born in the 90s, so I kind of had that influx of saying, hey, I was born in the 90s, but I grew up in the early 2000s. Now, that was the time in which life seemed most incredible. Now, it's 2017, the year of Donald Trump.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Politics, Justin Trudeau.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg, and my arm, even my fingers.
You know, life just seems to be going downhill from when I was a kid. You know, my days as a kid, you know, was going to school, hating every moment of it, but then waiting for those fatal moments in which I could stay up late on a Friday night and watch my favorite shows on Disney Channel or Nickelodeon. It was normally Disney Channel because some of my favorite shows were on there, and I don't know what happened. I mean, I know that Disney wanted to make a huge updraft in changing things, but it's just not like I remember it. You know, you got shows like Wizards of Waverly Place, in which, yes, they still do reruns, but it is the only existing show that is really on Disney Channel that I might sit down as a 19-year-old and still watch and maybe get some enjoyment out of it. But, I mean, the stuff that I grew up with, they never decide, hey, let's put that back on, let's rerun these shows, because it tarnishes my childhood. You know, I can remember growing up watching shows like The Sweet Life on Deck and Hannah Montana, obviously, before Miley Cyrus went crazy. But I mean, seriously, it was a time in which I could sit down, enjoy myself, and laugh like a child. And even though I was 12 and needed to mature, I would just sit there and I'd watch, you know, Disney, and I'd enjoy myself. I usually eating food in front of the TV, staying up late on a Friday night or on a school night, just staying up late because I didn't want to go to school, so I just stay up until 6 in the morning watching Disney Channel, you know? Hannah Montana, Kim Possible, you know, all those great shows that I grew up watching. And now Disney's kind of tarnished their reputation because it's like, oh no, we can't bring those shows back. Wizards of Waverly Place, yes, we will keep that. Yeah, fine, that was a good running series. So was The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and The Sweet Life on Deck and Kim Possible, and what were the other shows? You know, it skips my mind sometimes because there were so many shows that I watched growing up that they've just completely abandoned. You know, I remember actually growing up and Disney, I don't know if they still do this, I'm pretty sure they still do that Thursday or Friday night movie thing on Disney, but I remember growing up and watching The Emperor's New Groove and all these shows and movies that I'm like, yes, childhood, I love it. And now it just seems like, now everything's got to be reality TV comedy stuff, and it sucks. I've watched it, and it's just horrible, man. I mean, you got Debbie Ryan, who was originally actually on shows like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and The Sweet Life on Deck, and she has matured. She's gotten better, and I applaud her for that. Great job. It's just Disney, get your stuff together, please. I mean, I want my childhood back. I want you guys to decide, hey, let's create a second channel for all these old TV shows that we used to air, so then people who, you know, watch them as kids can watch them again. And most days, all you have to do, I mean, now we have YouTube, right? So all you have to do nowadays is just just, search up the episode you want to watch, and you'll see it in all its pixelated glory, But I mean, as I got older, obviously I matured, but I grew up watching shows like Disney and Nickelodeon and all those great shows, those channels and stuff, when they were good. And then as I got older, they just started to go down and they sucked, and I was like, that's it, I'm not watching them anymore. And then my sister started watching them, the newer stuff, and they got enjoyment out of it. But I'm like, yeah, I just don't see it anymore, it's just not fun. I know for one thing, as I got older, I started venturing more into the adult zone, with Family Guy and American Dad and eventually Breaking Bad and Big Bang Theory and all these shows that, kind of started to pull me away from what I knew as a kid, and was like, oh, okay, comedy, more adult stuff, this is my life. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can probably find me on a daily basis nowadays just sitting in my apartment building and watching Netflix, Family Guy, or doing a binge watch of like Supernatural or something, because those are the shows that now I'm accustomed to, that I'm used to, and that are still going. I believe American Dad is still going, and all these shows like The Simpsons and stuff, I started watching as I got older. I'm like, oh, good, these shows will continue, they're even if like, they quit, they're gonna keep rerunning them. Nowadays Disney's like, nah, we don't need to rerun that. It's not a thing anymore. Nowadays, as I said, the stuff that they're promoting is just horrible and it sucks. But what I do have to say about this whole experience that I've had as a kid and venturing on into adulthood is, what? Good on you, Disney. I mean, you've made some really crappy, just shows that I would look up, if I was a kid nowadays and go, nah, those don't interest me, I mean, now I've turned to Netflix where I watch all these different shows, and movies. Some of them are clearly a bad decision that I've decided to watch because I want those hours back that I've decided to watch these films and TV shows. But I mean, I seriously hope that in the future Disney will go, hey, we need to bring back these old shows that people used to watch. We need to do reruns. And just bring back my childhood. Bring back so many people who are like, hey, you remember when this used to be good?
No touchy. Llama face.
What happened?
Oh. I'm trying to figure that out, okay?
Bring those back. Bring those moments back. That would be awesome. Thank you guys for watching or listening, whatever you're doing right now. And I'll see you later.